If you are the type of person that needs help with increasing your energy levels and decreasing your appetite, well, lo and behold, we're talking about THCV today. Now, most people, when we're talking about this plant that rhymes with cannabis, most people will start to think that if I play around with this plant, the effects I'm going to get is I'm going to be spaced out mentally, I'm going to be lethargic and sedated, and I'm going to eat the whole entire fridge. And that's just not the case, because this thing called the cannabinoid, well, the plant produces well over 140 of those, and then you've got buttloads of terpenes that offer different effects too. Now, since this plant produces so many different plant molecules, what it does is basically allow you choice in what do you want to do in terms of how you're feeling. But how is it that THCV typically tends to increase your energy, increase your focus, lessen your appetite, when the other plant molecules do the complete exact opposite? Well, your body has this thing called an endocannabinoid system. So basically, when you start playing with cannabinoids and supplementing instead of producing them inside your body, basically what these things start doing is pushing buttons of different effects that you can most certainly benefit from. So this list of organs and systems within the body, when you're taking a look at gut, kidneys, pancreas, this type of molecule is going in there and pushing the buttons a little bit differently. So in terms of the pancreas, it tries to go in there and say, wake up, we got jobs to do, we got work to get at. Now, personally, when I was playing with this plant molecule for a period of time, I noticed that my energy levels were significantly better, and I noticed that there was a level of brain clarity. It was like the brain fog just was able to kind of minimize significantly. I personally didn't notice that my appetite went down on this, but that's also not what I needed at the time. I actually needed an increase of appetite, which was very different from my norm. But for the other people around me using this, they definitely noticed that there was a helpful assistance in reducing the hunger demons that sometimes come out and make you hangry. Now, many of us at the time that were taking this had significant levels of ADHD one way or another. It's pretty common for this industry and this plant to attract the neurodivergent, spicy, eclectic group of people. And I know many of us are dealing with that particular type of struggle, whether diagnosed or not. So when people like us actually find something that makes life feel easier so we can focus and operate and work at a high functioning level and make life a little easier, it gets exciting. We want to talk about it. But there is a few couple catches I do want to mention on this molecule. First off, the plant does not produce high amounts of this so that we can turn it over and put it into products for you at a convenient cost. It is going to cost you more than that $20 average middle of the road bottle of CBD. Now, the other thing to clear up is that sometimes I see this floating around the internet being called like the Adderall type of cannabis. It's not. The only thing that is Adderall is Adderall. Now, yes, there might be a little bit of similarities where you have increased energy, increased brain focus, and you're reducing weight, but that doesn't mean it should be classified as like Adderall or some sort of like stimulant that has a lot of issues around it. The other thing to clarify is that this is not going to solve an eating disorder. I know I'm ruining the parade on this one, but when it comes to things like obsessive compulsive disorder applied onto food or food addiction, however you want to point out, that is going to take a whole set of other circumstances that are going to help do the rehabilitation process. It's not going to boil down to one plant molecule. But for the people that need just a general healthy boost in metabolism, this can help. Now, at this point in the video, when people are sitting there thinking, I could really use the help that this thing is claiming to offer. Since we don't carry a full line of products that we can offer over to you, I will refer you over to somebody that is trustworthy to look into. The option that I could trust the most to refer y'all over to is to go over to trustedcannanurse.com. This is Megan Bang. I've been following her for quite some time. Love her content. She's a cannabis nurse, so she's trained in both cannabis and the nursing side and how to help people navigate their way through this. Now, typically when a health educator, health professional comes up with a product line, mostly it's because there is so much chaos in the rest of the industry when it comes to producing products honestly and ethically to get them over to the consumer. Go check her stuff out and, I don't know, have some fun shopping. If this is helpful, hit the like and follow button so it gives some fuel in my tank to produce more content for y'all. Okay, love y'all.